dude, I love JRPGs. Okay, I love JRPGs. And what a time! What a time to love JRPGs. Last year was a beautiful time, and honestly, it looks like this year might be even better. Okay, so I wanted to come on here and talk about five of the JRPGs that I absolutely adore. These are games that are gonna come out this year that I plan to play day one, be as fast as I possibly can. And obviously, I'm excited for more than just five games, but I wanted to make a nice, concise list so I can talk about these games as much as I want. Some honorable mentions though before we do start. Trails to Daybreak honestly would have been my number one, but I'm barely in Trails to Azure. I just started it like 2 weeks ago, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to squeeze it in, especially because of how many amazing games are coming out this year. But if I can squeeze it in, it'll be towards the tail end of the year, maybe early next year, and then I'll definitely make a video talking about my thoughts on that game. But yeah, um, other than that, Persona 3 Reloaded, beautiful game. I'm very excited for that. Eyuiden Chronicles looks incredible. I'm very excited for that. Um, Visions of Mana, okay, that new Mana game looks amazing. I can't wait to get my hands on that. So obviously, I'm very excited about all these games. But this is my ordered list, 5 through 1, the games that I'm most excited to. So number one is gonna be the thing that I'm most hyped about, and I mean, you can probably guess it. It's probably a lot of people's number one. But anyways, okay, long intro, my bad. Number five, Unicorn Overlord. Okay, now Unicorn Overlord came out. I think the first time it was shown, if memory serves me right, was a random Nintendo Direct, and Vanillaware and Atlas were like, we're cooking, and Vanillaware and Atlas collabed to make this like real time strategy ogre 64 looking, like very unique fantasy, beautifully drawn. I mean, you know, Vanillaware, they're always cooking game, and I don't know much about it. I've honestly been kind of like staying away from the information because this is one of those games that I feel like is going to be a gem that's going to be hidden under the behemoth games that are coming out this year. But I feel like those of us that are like, let's set aside, what is it, like early March, like a week of March, to give this game a shot, are really gonna find that this game's gonna be amazing. I mean, Atlas, Vanillaware, you can't go wrong. The art style, the gameplay looks very unique, very interesting. I love fantasy settings. That's my favorite setting in any JRPG. So this game looks right up my alley, and I cannot wait to play. It's gonna be a little bit of a palate cleanser after playing all the freaking amazing games that are coming out from like January to February. Um, Coming into number four is actually also in the same month, so the end of March, Dragon's Dogma 2, another fantasy-oriented RPG, JRPG, action RPG, whatever. It's a it's a Capcom cult classic, Dragon's Dogma 1. Not a lot of people played that game, but I played it. I really enjoyed it. The whole pawn system, kind of like a very actiony, almost Monster Hunter meets Skyrim is a way I like to describe it, with like JRPG parties. You're just traveling this very Western RPG looking world, but the combat, the skills, the levels is very JRPG oriented. So it's almost like a perfect blend of both genres, which is great because I love my Western RPGs. I love my Skyrims, my Fallouts, and all that. But I do think that the progression based systems of JRPGs are better. So to combine the two looks amazing. Dragon's Dogma 1 had a lot of jank. It was kind of clunky, but it was also a lot of fun. It was definitely like playing a vision more than a complete product, if you know what I mean. And Dragon's Dogma 2 looks to be that complete product that Dragon's Dogma 1 really wanted to be. And I've been following this game closely. I've been looking at every single detail, every trailer, every videos, because although I'm sure the story is going to be good, I love the exploration and combat most of Dragon's Dogma 2. So that's just the thing that I really want to learn about, and the classes and the pawn system and everything just looks so good. So I can't wait for Dragon's Dogma 2 to come out 3 weeks after Unicorn Overlord. All right, my third JRPG on this list is one that doesn't even have a release date. Okay, so it could release next week, could be delayed till 2027. I have no idea, but hopefully it does come out this year. Probably gonna be a winterish title, and that is the Thousand Year Door remake. Now, look, as a Japanese role-playing game fanatic, I have to make a confession. Okay, don't dislike my channel. Don't report me, please. I've never played the original Thousand Year Door. I own it. I own it on multiple devices, as in my GameCube and my computer. Don't ask. But I've never played it, okay? I've played the original Paper Mario 64. Loved that game. One of the greatest, my favorite 64 game ever. but I've never played Thousand Year Door, and I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of interested of the perspective of someone that's never played the game, and I know how legendary it is. I know how people hold it up to one of the greatest games of all time. From someone like me that's never played it, how I'm good. My first time is gonna be the remake, so hopefully they don't change too much, so I have that authentic experience. If not, I'll go back and play the original. But man, Paper Mario, the aesthetic, that Nintendo charm, that Nintendo quality, that they really rarely miss. They really rarely miss with their first party, especially with their Marios. So I'm so excited to play this cult classic GameCube game. And yeah, I'm just very excited for the Thousand Year Door remake. All right, here it is. Top 2. These are like the ones that, dude, if they released like in this second, I would scrap this video altogether, download it, buy it, insert the disc, insert the cartridge, whatever, and just start no-lifing it, and then not even worry about life for the next freaking however long it takes to beat it. But okay, number 2 is Granblue Fantasy Relink, which is coming out in like 2 weeks. And I am so excited. I'm so ready for this game. You don't even understand. To me, this might sound like a hot take. I don't know. To me, Granblue Fantasy Relink is, not exaggerated, the best looking game I've ever laid my eyes on in my entire life. Okay? I'm not saying it's my favorite game. I'm not saying it's going to be the best game. I'm saying graphically, all of the graphics of Granblue Fantasy Relink appeal to me so much that for me, it is my most aesthetically pleasing game I have ever laid my eyes on. And I know that's a crazy statement, but I absolutely adore the way this game looks. The cell shading, the anime art style. I am a huge anime fan. So just everything, the action, the skills, everything about this game speaks to me in so many levels. I am not by any means a Granblue Fantasy expert. I have only played Granblue Fantasy Versus and Versus Rising, but that's literally it. I've tried the gacha game, and I do like gacha games, so I think I might get into the gacha game, or I guess it's like a web browser game, after I play Relink. But I almost kind of want my first experience of this franchise to be in Relink, if that makes any sense, and then go out and play the phone game. But yeah, no, the character designs, the character art, the world. I'm a big fan of One Piece, so that whole idea that we're sky pirates sailing the skies, Skies of Arcadia vibes, to me sounds amazing. Okay, that's awesome. I love anything with the word pirates. I freak out over. So yeah, Granblue Fantasy, Relink. Oh man, this game I cannot wait for it. I really hope it's good. I really hope it's good, because this is the only game that doesn't have like a pedigree or like a sequel, or isn't like something from like a, I'm not saying Side Games isn't like a good developer, but obviously Atlas Vanillaware, and then Dragon's Dogma's a sequel, Thousand Year Door Remake is a remake. So this one could be terrible, but it's been in development since 2015, so 9 years. So hopefully this one's amazing. All right, now here it is. My number 1, your number 1, your mom's number 1, your dog's number 1, your grandma's number 1. Obviously, come on, the GOAT, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Final Fantasy VII Remake obviously is my JRPG most anticipated of the year, and I'm telling you right now, there are very little things that this game can do for this to not be my game of the year. Final Fantasy VII Original is my favorite video game of all time, and I know that's like, that GIF of Buzz Lightyear, like, oh, and it says, oh, something is so me, and then it cuts to like a wall of Buzz Lightyears all saying the same thing. I know me saying Final Fantasy VII is my favorite video game of all time is like, okay, you're not different, bro. Relax. It's Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy VII. I know. I've never played Chrono Trigger, but listen. I didn't play Final Fantasy VII until like 2019, in my senior year of high school. So, I get a pass, right? I played it on my Nintendo Switch when the Nintendo Switch port came, and I played it all pretty much in school. I neglected my grades, and I grinded that game, and it was the most beautiful story ever. And this was a time when game stories and graphics and stuff had already been way more past evolved. Yes, the game's older than me. I'm 21 years old, and I still love it, okay? I still love it, so I don't know. Does that make it any better? I don't know. However, I didn't play Final Fantasy VII Remake until literally like last month, December. I started the 7 remake in Christmas and I finished it in New Year. So it took that little week for me to just nonstop play. I played that one and the intermission DLC, and I absolutely adored it. That whole twist ending, everything. I immediately picked up the Traces of Two Past book, the light novel with Aerith and Tifa's backstory. I replayed Crisis Core. I wanted to watch Advent Children, but they're doing a release thing, like AMC's doing like a collaboration, or I think it might be every theater where in the United States you can watch Advent Children, so I'm gonna wait for that. But basically, I got Final Fantasy VII Brain. I'm replaying through the original right now on my PlayStation. So there's just a lot of Final Fantasy stuff going on in my life that it just 7 remake cannot come at a better time. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I really hope I'm gonna have a review of that game out. And I just, oh man, the characters, the graphics look nice. Okay, I'm not saying that this doesn't look good to me. It looks great to me. Obviously, the art style is a little bit more different, but and Kate Sith. Okay, this is weird. Kate Sith, Kate Chi, whatever. Kate Sith and Yuffie are my 2 favorite characters of the original Final Fantasy. I know that's weird, right? That's like the 2 least popular characters, but I love them. So the fact that they're all gonna be together in this game, if I can choose my party, it's probably just gonna be Cloud, Kate Sith, and Yuffie. Honestly, oh, but man, I just can't wait. Everything looks amazing. We're finally leaving Midgard, which is like my least favorite part of the original game. We're going to be walking around. We're going to be exploring Golden Saucer. Dude, I'm going to put like 100 hours in this game in like two days. Oh, yeah. Okay. That was like 15 minutes of me ranting about my favorite games that I'm looking forward to this year. And man, this is going to look like this is shaping up to be a crazy year for JRPGs. So yeah. Thank you for watching. I hate asking this, but this is my first JRPG centric video I've ever made. So leave a like. Okay, only if you want to. Only if you want to. I'm not gonna be like that. Don't leave a like just because whatever's. But yeah, leave a like. Just let YouTube machine know that JRPG content is still cool. And yeah, more JRPG videos to go. I kind of had to revive this channel, but I promise I'm gonna make 1 video a week from here on out. I'll see you guys next week then. Bye.